there is a restaurant in the town that claims to have authentic San Diego Mexican food.
I'll be the judge of that.
So today, where are we going?
Middle of Michigan.
But we're on our way to...
Upper Michigan.
Yeah, so we're
gonna become Oopers.
Yeah, I think it's Youpers, not Oopers, but...
Okay, we're becoming a Youper.
Technically, we're not going to be Youpers because we are staying on the south side of the bridge in Mackinaw City, or just outside of Mackinaw City. So I don't know. You tell us. Can we consider ourselves being Youpers if we're not sleeping on the north side of the bridge? I don't know. You got to tell us.
Complicating this.
We will go adventure in Youperland, though.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we're out of here. We got about a 3-hour drive today. We're staying at a Harvest Host up around Detroit.
We are headed to Buchanan Oasis Farmstead.
It's a Harvest Host, so we're going to Harvest Host one night and then on up into Mackinac. So we will see you at Buchanan Oasis Farmstead. Here we go. Buchanan Oasis turned out to be our first Harvest Host fail. While advertised as a farm, it was really a backyard with an unnavigatable entrance for a rig our size.
All right, thank you so much. All right, thank you.
KOA?
Yeah.
Yay! We got a spot at a KOA. We really tried to get into the driveway on this place. They said it would take rigs up to 35 feet. You can't believe the Harvest Host people all the time, Gracie. You just can't. The next day, we continued up the state to one of our favorite campsites of the season, Mackinac Mill Creek Campground. We have made it to our 20th state, which is Michigan. We are in Mackinaw City. We have a lovely view of the Mackinac Bridge right from our campsite. So we're set up. It's time for setup beer.
Setup beer.
Which god are we cheersing to this time? Or are we sacrificing to? I know who. This morning was the first time that we had to turn our heat on in months. Let's toast to Propanicus, the great god of propane appliances, for our heater, our furnace, working flawlessly.
Perfectly, after months and months of not having to be on.
All right, so we're sacrificing to Propanicus.
Propanicus.
There we go.
So glad we decided to come up to the Upper Peninsula.
She keeps saying Upper Peninsula, but we're not Youpers yet. We're on it's the south side of the bridge, Tony Tao. You cannot be a Youper until you're on the north side of the bridge.
I was on the Michigan website today, and all of Michigan, not just the Upper Peninsula, all of Michigan can often be referred to as Youpers. All right, we're going to finish our beers. You make comments below as to where you have to be in Michigan to be a Youper. Upper Peninsula or anywhere in Michigan. Michigan, it's a mitten. It's the whole state's pretty much a peninsula. Yeah, she doesn't know what a Youper is. All right, we're going to finish our beers. Straighten her out in the comments, please. So our first stop in Mackinac Island is a place called the Dixie Saloon. We stopped here because it's dog friendly and it has beers. So I got an amber. It's kind of average at best. Tony wound up with a cherry wheat. Thoughts on the cherry wheat? It's light and crisp, not too sweet, not too tart. And it's actually got cherries at the bottom of it. Oh, it's got cherries. What'd you do for lunch? I did my own build your own macaroni and cheese. Uh-huh. So it's a white cheddar based macaroni and cheese, and then you can add on to it. So I put bacon and feta. Feta is a bold choice for mac and cheese, I think. Have been enjoying the combination of cheddar and feta for a while now. Dive in. So I did the pasty, because that apparently is the food of Michigan. I have no idea what it is. I think it's like a meat pie, but... Pasty or pasty? I don't know. I don't know if it's a pasty or a pasty. I don't know. I'll have to ask the waiter. Pasties. It looks like a type of, like a pie with gravy over the top of it. I have no idea what's inside. It looks like a homemade hot pocket. Mmm, it's got like some meats and potatoes and gravy on top. This looks amazing. That was way too big of a bite. It was worth it. This is really good. Tony Tao, you got to get yourself some of this.
Oh yeah. It's so dense.
It's a bit heavy. I can understand why this would be a Michigan food, especially in the dead of winter, with like warm gravy and the meat and the potatoes and the pie. Yeah, this is serious comfort food. We headed out to the UP, and that's where we discovered the center lane of the Mackinac Bridge will sing to you. Well, that sounds interesting. All right, so welcome to a segment that I am referring to as a brew in the Sioux. What do I mean by the Sioux? Well, we are in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. It is a little tiny town in the Upper Peninsula. It's actually two towns with the same name because the town is split in the middle, and one side is on the Canadian side and one side is on the American side. So why are we here? Because I grew up playing hockey in San Diego. And I remember at one point in time reading a story about how Sault Ste. Marie was the town in North America that put the most players into the NHL. So when I discovered today that we were close to Sault Ste. Marie, I decided we're going to Sault Ste. Marie. So we are at Sioux Brewing Company on the American side in Sault Ste. Marie. And I just finished one of their Irish Reds. It was the best Irish Red that I've had in the 20 states that we've been in. I am now having their amber, so I'm going to give their amber a shot. Not as good as the Irish Red, still good. I wouldn't put it up there with the best ambers. It doesn't have a ton of flavor, but it's got enough. But if you like Irish Reds, this is the place to go. Seriously, like the best Irish Red I've had in 20 states. Tony Tao is beered out, so she's having wine.
They had little tasters, so I got 3 of them. One was a blueberry, one was green apple, and one was black raspberry. I chose the black raspberry. It's Kool-Aid.
So if you find yourself in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, you need to go to Sioux Brewing Company. Good beers, very good beers. Well, this morning, we are heading down to a place that we've decided to go to just simply because the name is just the funnest name in the world to say. Where are we going, Tony Tao?
Cheboygan.
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 See, it's just a funny name to say. But we did find out that when we decided we were going to go to Cheboygan, there is a restaurant in the town that claims to have authentic San Diego Mexican food.
I'll be the judge of that.
For all of our San Diego friends, you know exactly what we're talking about. For those of you that are uninformed because you haven't been to California and specifically San Diego has a specific style of Mexican food that you can't even go to Los Angeles and get the same kind of Mexican food.
Right.
So we're going to be the judge of whether or not the Step in Cheboygan, Michigan, has authentic San Diego Mexican food.
Right, and I'm just saying, there's something about San Diego Mexican food. There's nothing like it. It's not Tex-Mex. It's not. It is just pure ingredients done right.
We will see you where?
Cheboygan.
Cheboygan. The Step In on North Main Street in Cheboygan was like stepping into a San Diego taco shop. It sported a Lucha Libre Sasquatch and this freeway sign. If you know, you know. It was also conveniently located close to tasty beers at Cheboygan Brewing Company. Welcome to San Diego Day in Cheboygan. We have beers and we have carne asada burritos. Supposedly authentic San Diego style Mexican food. Authentic San Diego carne asada burrito.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Go. Dude, that's like being at Roberto's. These kids have nailed it. So the owners of the place were from San Diego. He was originally from San Diego. She was originally from up here in Michigan. All of us who live in San Diego always say, you know, the Mexican food is so good in San Diego. If we just went somewhere else and opened a Mexican food joint, it would kill. So I asked her, I was like, is that the case? And she was like, no. She said people in this part of the country, Mexican food to them is what they grew up with, which was ground beef, lettuce, and cheese. And she said the other issue is that Mexican food is also an event for them. So it's to go out to a place with all of the decorations and it looks like a Mexican restaurant and all that stuff. And authentic San Diego Mexican food is a taco shop. You know, so, and that's what this was. It was a taco shop. So, San Diego friends, you think you're going to move somewhere else and make a killing or making carne asada burritos? Not the case. But this is amazing. This is like a day back in San Diego. We got carne asada burritos at a brewery.
That's pretty damn good.
Good morning.
Morning.
What are we doing today?
We are going to Mackinac Island.
You got the cool retro glasses on
These are
today.
my cheap ones, so if I lose them,
Well, that's a good idea because we're going on a boat to an island, and so that way, if you lose them,
We got dogs and we got things, and you get distracted and you leave things. So,
And we're old and we don't remember things.
so I keep my good sunglasses like kind of stationary in the truck. But when we're going on excursions and everything, I wear cheap sunglasses. Cheap sunglasses.
I know, that song went right into my head too. So some of the things about Mackinac Island, there's no cars allowed on Mackinac Island, so you have to bicycle or walk.
Although we were told yesterday
Squirrel.
by a local that there is one car
Yeah,
on Mackinac Island and it's used only in emergencies.
yeah. The other thing about Mackinac Island, I guess, is it is the island of fudge. So I guess it's going to be a fudgy day.
Oh, God. We'll have to limit that.
It'll be like when we went to Ozark Land last year, which I'll link up here, where we intended to buy a piece of fudge, and then this one over here found some deal where if you bought 2 pieces, you got 4 pieces. We had like 2 big boxes of
Fudge in
fudge.
the refrigerator forever. So no, we're going to limit ourselves.
We say that now until we get over there and find the fudge. All right, we are heading over to Mackinac Island. We'll pick you up there. So we are taking the Mackinac Island ferry over to Mackinac Island. We just learned that there is parking on the dock itself for $30 a day. Or you can just park across the street for free and walk across the street. So we parked across the street because it's
Give yourself some time.
we got to kill some time
$30.
anyways, and I wasn't going to pay $30 just to park next to the ferry when I could just walk across the street. It has been an absolutely lovely day on Mackinac Island. And we're not done yet. We're just taking a quick break with a Carmen Miranda rum punch and your favorite.
Oh, lemon drop martini.
So,
Okay, so we found the secret garden.
well, actually, I can't say that we found the secret garden. There was 4 lovely elderly ladies from New York who were friggin' hilarious,
Oh my gosh.
who found the secret garden, and then one of them tried to tell us that there was an entrance fee and we needed to pay her. So when we first got here, we weren't quite certain how we were going to explore the island. There's carriage tours, horse and carriage tours, and then you can rent bicycles. Our advice to you is
Rent the bicycle.
rent the bicycles.
Honestly.
It's an 8-mile ride around the island. It's all pretty much flat for the most part.
Yeah, not a problem.
So we're about 3 miles in, about 3-4 miles into an 8-mile bike ride around the island of Mackinac, the Mackinac Island. And man, it's just gorgeous. You have to see this water. The water is just like crystal clear. We're standing on this like pebbled rock beach.
There's nobody here.
There's nobody here. The water is absolutely crystal clear.
Gracie's playing in it.
Gracie's playing in it. She's trying to bite the waves because that's what she does. Yeah, man, this is just gorgeous. Oh, and here's another tip. If you're going to rent bikes, when you get off of the ferry, there's bike rentals right there. Don't rent from those bike rentals. Those bike rentals are going to be about $60 an hour. And we...
$60 for 4 hours.
Was it $60 for 4 hours?
Yeah.
So $60 for 4 hours. We found cheaper ones just going down the street that would rent per hour at $15 an hour, and it took us about 2 hours to drive all the way around.
And they gave us a big basket for Gracie, and they put a foam pad in it for her and everything. And then we headed up to the Grand Hotel.
So the Grand Hotel, those of you in San Diego will get this. It kind of reminds me a bit of the Hotel Del, only even more
Grand.
yeah, even more grand. But it's got that old school feel to it, that old, very eccentric, established, wealthy feel to it. It's really a beautiful. I mean, let's put it this way: we couldn't take any pictures inside of the place because just to walk in the front door, they were going to charge $10 a piece. One piece of advice I will give you: if you come to Mackinac Island, how do I put this? It has a very equine bouquet to it because there are no cars on this island, so there's a lot of horses and a lot of carriages.
Some of the best.
So,
what was the best piece of advice?
So the best piece of advice we got was from Carlos over at the Mustang Lounge. Before we rented the bikes, he told us, when you rent the bikes, 2 things. 1, you want a bike with fenders, and 2, the puddles you see on the ground are not water.
Good advice.
Yeah, good advice. But just be aware, you're gonna have that smell while you're here. You go nose blind after a while. It's not horrible. It's fine.
I can't imagine what it's like in the heat of the summer, though.
Yeah, that's true. We are here in late September, so.
Today the ride was stunning because I never broke a sweat. The temperature here is probably about 70, 73. It's not crowded. There's not a lot of children running around. Like, if you're going to come here now. Yeah,
come here in the fall because, like Tony said, it's not super crowded. There's not a lot of kids here because all the kids are back in school. Yeah, but highly recommend Mackinac Island. Cheers to a great day.